Good evening, everybody. How are you today? I just want to let everybody know there's not going to be any live tonight. As you all know, as I said last week, I'm going to be doing Michael Gorley's case this week, so I need to save all of my energy as possible. Starting next Sunday, I'm going to show you the jars that I'm going to purchase, and I'm going to make one for YouTube and one for Facebook. We're going to pick a day and every month we're going to do 2 readings together, one from YouTube and one from Facebook. Now you have a choice to have it live, or you have a choice to have it private. It's all up to you, the names that I pick. So as you know though, when I do cases, I never ask for the full name, because I don't think I should know it. That's supposed to come to me in a sense. So how I want you to do it is, when I pick you for a reading, you're just going to give me your first name and what state you're from. If we have the same people that are from if we have the same person with the same name from a different state, from the same states, what you can do is you can put, how about we do it this way? We can do your first name and first initial of your last name, and you can place what state you're from. So that's how I'll work the free readings once a month. But you guys have to watch, because if you aren't aware of your free reading, you're not going to know, because I'm going to state it on here. So you have to watch the station in order to know, so that way you know when your turn is coming. Because once I state your name, if I have no messages back from you within a 24-hour period, I will move on I'll pick a whole nother person. Starting next month, I'm going to be making t-shirts, and whatever proceeds are going to go to the missing exploited children. So that's why I'm going to just start doing all of that starting next month. So Michael Gorley's video will be released this week. Like I said, nobody messaged me for any info or tell me about his past. The only one that I will be speaking to is his mother. What was the word? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I heard the word gain or cane. I'm not too sure what that means right now. So when we do that, that will be once a month. I want your first name and your last initial. This way I can validate who you are, and you can validate that it's actually you. So those are the 2 new things for this month. Next month, I'm going to be showing you the t-shirts that I'm going to be making, and anybody that wants to purchase one, you are able to. You just let me know what size and where you want it sent, and that will be done. And like I said, any proceeds that we get from the t-shirts, I want that to be known. It's going to be strictly set up to go to missing and exploited children. That's my one charity that I want to do for that whole situation. And starting Sunday, I'm going to have you all start looking from your state, and I want you to start people of them missing. I want you to start writing them down on the lives. This way I can repeat them, and also we can look into them, and I can get pictures of that missing person, where they're from, when they went missing, what do they look like, have you seen them, who you can get in contact with if you've seen them, anything that's going to help a person get to that point of being found, regardless of the situation. So that's going to be starting next week, the jars and the pictures of missing people. This week is going to be Michael Gorley's case. So that's where we are this week. So I wanted to make sure that all of that in a venue is being talked about tonight. I also want you all to, like I said, this is going to be our movement. We are going to start saving people, helping people, getting their names out, making sure that something starts happening for these people, because law enforcement they're only one set of people. They can only do so much with everything going on right now and all the craziness going on right now. We have a lot to do as people to keep our children safe and others safe. And I want you all to think about this. I want you to become educated in the laws of predators around your area, sexual predators. I want you all to be educated on that. I want you to look up the laws that are in each state that you're in, and I want you to become aware of them, because we're going to start posting them here, and I want people to know what their options are, because there are too many laws being passed to protect these type of people, and we cannot have that. We have to fight as a group, as a whole, and not as a one, not as a two, not as a three, not as 100, not as 1,000. We all have to come together as millions to start making sure these laws are passed to protect our children. If we're going to make this a global movement, then we seriously need to make this a global movement. I know in New York and California, there are laws, some laws are lenient and some are not, but I'm being told to talk about a congressman. Who? Congressman who? It sounds funny, but Congress... Is it Weiner or Wiener? Weiner? Maybe, I think it's supposed to be spelled Weiner, said as Weiner. So... more or less this is being told to me that, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I've read up on this law, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if I'm just being reminded at all. There's a law that was passed, but I can't remember who it was from, that sexual predators, some of them don't have to be registered as a sex offender. I'm wondering if that was my cue to be reminded myself of this person as that congressman who did this, who passed this law. I could be, I'm not sure, I can't remember. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything else going to come through, because it's pretty active tonight, and I don't know if it's just, it was active yesterday too, as soon as I woke up. And as you all know, I heard, I always, when I hear phrases, I always put the phrases up on my Facebook in case it's meant for somebody there. I heard a phrase. It sounds to be a song. I'm not too sure who this could be for. The phrase went, "Run like a river, run wild like the sea, come crashing to me, come closer to me." I'm not sure who that's from or who that's for yet. I could have heard, I could have just swore I heard the name Steven. So it could be for a person named Steven then. So that's the phrase that I heard just yesterday, and I had to state it. And I also heard a phrase. It sounded like maybe some sort of poem. We live in a time of untamed and unfounded. Now, whether that's a phrase or a poem, those are the words that were said to me yesterday. So I like to repeat them so I remember what I'm hearing. It's hard hearing a lot of things and supposed to remember everything. That's why I like to carry around pen and paper with me a lot, or I record it here so people can go back and remember what I've stated. But in that venue, I think that's it for now. So we're working on the jars. I want all of you right now to place your first name and only last initial, and state. Nothing more. Not a phone number, not a street name, no nothing, please. You need to keep it as private as possible. You need to keep it as, you know, you don't want some strangers getting your whole name and looking you up, and there are people out there like that. So you can either message me on my Facebook, which is capital R Rose, capital E Elizabeth. You can do that, or you can put it here. As I said, first name, last initial, state you're from. And those are going to be for Facebook readings and YouTube readings. So anybody that wants one from YouTube needs to state it there. Anybody who wants it from Facebook needs to state it there. Or if you can't get it, if you don't feel comfortable putting it here, you can message my Facebook. So, okay, everybody, I'm going to go, and I want you to have a blessed night. And I will see you next Sunday, but in the middle of the week, I am going to be placing Michael Gorley's reading up. So I want to get as much energy built up as I can, because once after that's over, I'm going to need a few day rest, cleanse myself. And next week after that, I'm going to be placing up the Suspect Cold Read, and maybe whatever. We're going to see what comes from that, and we're going to go from there. But anything after that, Sandra and I know that any workings in between are going to be private, and I will not post anymore on Michael Gorley's case on my YouTube, okay? So everybody have a blessed night, and thank you.